Hi, thank you for tuning in to Padang Padang Surf Camp here in Bali. Today I'm going to talk to you about how not to lose your surfboard in the water. I'm going to talk about equipment. Please make sure you wait until the very end because it's a bonus tip that could save your life. And if you want more great tips, please remember to subscribe at the end. So the first thing is, a lot of people, what they do, they attach the leash here, and then they got this piece rubbing here. The point of the rail saver is to save your rail so that the string doesn't cut into your board. It's not just that's the problem with doing this, because if you like this surfing and this is in contact, the string will wear and it will break out. The other thing as well is, if you do it properly, like I've got it here, I've got it double tied, then your string is stronger, it's twice the strength, and it's much less likely to break. That's the first thing. Make sure your leash is attached properly. The second thing is, make sure you buy a good quality branded leash. Don't buy a cheap one. Don't buy a comp leash as well, because they break. Unless you surf in a competition that's 1 foot or 2 foot, then forget it. Don't buy cheap leashes. Buy cheap beer, have a cheap girlfriend, cheap boyfriend. Don't economize on your leash. You don't want to be losing your board swimming in. Get a good quality product. The length of the leash is generally corresponds with the length of your board, and I generally ride, my board's 5'10", I ride in a 6 foot leash. So if it's a 7 foot board, you want a 7 foot leash. An 8 foot board, an 8 foot leash. The smallest size leashes that they make is 5'5". I always use a regular leash. On a big day, I'm going to use a heavy duty leash. Somebody asked me once, how often do you replace your leashes? I replace them once. Check your leash occasionally. If there's any nicks, if there's a tiny nick and they come from the fin, change it, because it's going to break. Other than that, I'll keep the leash until it breaks. The reason for that is that you buy a new leash, and it depends on the batch. You can have the same branded leash, and you can have a batch, and the batch is terrible. If the leash is good, there's no nicks in it, I keep using it. They can last you for 2 or 3 years. I surf every day, and I don't often break leashes. I buy a quality branded leash, and it's good to go. On a big days, and when I got a heavy duty leash out, what I do, one of the things is it causes extra drag. The leash is longer. I actually put the leash over my leg so it's not dragging in the water. It's big wave surfing. It's a lot of paddling, and if I'm in a clear run out to the water, I'm trying not to drag the leash, and I just put it over my legs. Okay, here's the bonus tip: how not to break your leash. When a big wave comes to you and you've got to ditch your board sometimes, what you want to be is that when the wave hits you, that you're at the length of the leash is taut. You don't want to be close to the board and the wave pulling the leash out, and that's when the wave breaks. The board's close to you, the leash stretches, and then it keeps stretching, and that's when it breaks. So if you're swimming under a big wave, you want to be either to the length of the leash so that it's taut when the wave catches you, or you push the wave, you push the board behind you. Don't push the board in front of you, because it could come back to you and the wave is more powerful. If you push it back a little bit, then the wave is not so powerful.